Minister Peter Bethlenfalvy is here to talk more about the province's economic path revealed today. Minister, your government is planning on phasing out COVID-19 supports while we are still in the middle of the fourth wave. What do you have to say to small business owners who say it's just too soon?
Well, I say to small business owners that they're the economic engine of Ontario, and we've been there for them. We've had this year provided over $10 billion of supports for businesses and over $6 billion specifically for small businesses, not least of which was the small business grant up to $40,000 that benefited over 100,000 small businesses. They also asked us to reopen things safely and increase capacity limits, and we did that through the Verify app. We listened to them, and so they're now able to operate at 100% capacity. So, the economy is doing better. Our vaccination rates are getting very high to where we can continue to safely have people go to restaurants and get haircuts. And we announced a staycation tax credit today as well, where we're encouraging people to travel. We'll put more money back in their pockets if they travel in Ontario and they spend money on hotels and tourist attractions in Ontario. So we've been doing a lot for small business. We're also doing a lot for people who are on minimum wage so that they have more money on their pocket.
Now, as we all know, gas prices are soaring here in Ontario. Was there no room in the budget to provide some relief to commuters?
Well, you know what, we are providing relief in so many different ways, not least of which is increasing the minimum wage for 760,000 people at or below minimum wage and getting a raise in their incomes. And we have the lowest personal income tax rate with the tax credits for low-income individuals in Canada. So more of that money will go in their pockets. And they've had our backs, stocking store shelves and keeping the supply chain going. So we're there for them, and it all means that our plan to protect our healthcare progress and our plan to lay the foundation for future prosperity is dependent on support for workers, building infrastructure in Ontario, and protecting our healthcare progress that we've made and been hard fought in Ontario.
You mentioned infrastructure, and I want to pick up on that because the province has allocated $2.6 billion towards infrastructure projects. That includes two controversial projects in the GTA. Are you gambling on winning support in these vote-rich ridings that traditionally vote Liberal?
I'm not thinking about it that way. I'm thinking about the fact that we've got over 1 million people coming to the Greater Golden Horseshoe every 5 years. That's 2 million people over the next 10 years. It takes time to build highways. People need to go to their jobs in the 905. They need to be with their families. We need to move goods to market. Farmers rely on good infrastructure and good roads. So, we're looking down the road a little bit, and we're committed to building those highways. That said, we're also committed to building public transit, not least of which is in Hamilton, but also in Toronto, where we're building public transit, building subways, building light rail, getting cars off the road. So building infrastructure, be it in the 416, the 905, or all of Ontario, including the Ring of Fire in the north, is the way forward and part of our economic recovery plan.
All right, thank you so much for your time, Minister. That's Finance Minister Peter Bethlenfalvy.
My pleasure.